Hello and welcome to another series to the channel. A new series starting. We've done worst to first in Football Manager 24 with the advent of Football Manager 26. We're going to be doing two series at the same time for the weekends, for the foreseeable. We're going to be doing a worst to first in Out of the Park Baseball 26. So when it comes to a worst to first, we pick the worst team in baseball. And looking at the stats, let's bring it up. So stats when it comes to baseball. So this is the regular season at the moment. I'll just quickly say, time of recording, the Dodgers have made it to the World Series. We're just waiting to see if the Mariners or the Blue Jays make it. I know a little bit about baseball, but it's not something that's, since I've gone to daytimes in the UK, I don't see much of it, but I do have a passing interest. I am I picked a team all the way when I started watching it when it was on Channel 5 on the UK, and it was the Mariners with Ichiro Suzuki. But we have been the worst team this season, so it is the White Sox have got a record of 60 and 102, so that's a 0.37 win ratio. But this year, the worst team is the Rockies with a 43 and 119 loss season. So we're going to beat them. Their record is a 0.265 win ratio compared to a 0.37. So it is a worst to first. We are going to carry on this series all the way to the finish. So let me get rid of that. So we are being the Rockies. We'll just keep that as is. I've just put the name in. I'm not American, obviously. We can be fired. So we will start off and meet the team. So when it comes to this, it is a lot of database management stuff. So it might not be the series for you. You might prefer the indie content, which I do also for the channel. So do not worry about it. This is something that I love to challenge myself to do games differently. By all means, watch the first 20 minutes or so, see if this is a type of game for you. I always love testing different scenarios. We'll have some short form challenges later on in the year. Maybe next year. It is October as I record this. Right, so in terms of the Rockies, the owner would like to not completely suck, don't suck completely this season, so build to a 50-50 ball club, as in win 50% of the games, build a top 6 minor league system, increase fan interest, keep building the team up in order to reach the playoff in the next 5 seasons. So that gives us a goal, so that is a good start. Right, so in terms of the club, best one is to look at your home screen. So if we meet the team, so in terms of our ability, it's out of 5 stars. We've got no 5-star overall best player. These are our top players. A 2.5-star centre fielder, a shortstop with 3-star. It's on quite a big salary. 12 million. I say that. In terms of stats against everyone else, our outfield is okay. But obviously, if there's 15. What's it? I've just got rid of it. I think it's 15 or 16 clubs per division. Let me just bring that back up. Standings. Main event. So there is 15 in the American League and 15. So there's 30 teams, and we've got the worst. That is our best pitcher, our best starting pitcher that starts every game. So we have the worst set of starting pitchers, and we have the 24th worst bullpen. As in, it's down there in the dumps. It's 24th out of 30 clubs. And our closer is terrible as well. He's 29th. We have got saleable stuff. So if we look at our potential is good. So if we can utilize him, Charlie, who's 30th rank in. So we have got a good youth system, which is good. So we have got a lot of tradable stuff to get going. So we have an owner who's 65. He's demanding and controlling, normal and balanced. I'm not quite sure what that means, but staff wise, we're okay. I'm not going to fiddle much with stuff. Right. Okay. So front office. Fan loyalty is pathetic. Okay. We have got 35 million available to extensions, and we have 25 million available. So let us have a look. Roster. So this is our main club. So it's basically looking at moving players on who are not going to fit into it. 27 million for a, yeah. So our first one, I think we need to move him on. He's got 4 years left on his deal. Is he any good stat-wise? Yeah, he's an all-star. Yeah, 2025. So he's past it. He's going to be past it in a year or two. Never takes himself seriously, does he? Okay. Oh, we signed him in 2022, so it's okay. Injury proneness is fragile. No, I'm going to have to move him on. Right. So he is available. Stallings, our catcher. Who's our other catcher? You're up here. 25. So you're on 740,000. You're on 2 million on a 2-year backup deal. Your stats are okay, so I don't need to worry about you. Let's do it in position wise. Right fielders. We're okay. What's this mean? Years on a major league deal. Okay. So backup. Right. Okay. I think our main commodity is Tovar, and I need to invest in the bullpen. So we're just going to jump straight into free agency. Not that one. So site of free agent. Looking for pitches. So 1.7 Lithuanian. Good movement, good contact, good stamina. Let's have a look at you. Good fastball, good slider. Stamina's not so great. Don't need to worry about the batting. University of Houston is a lefty. Yeah. Let's offer him a contract. Thank you for acquiring. I want a minor league contract for 1 year, which becomes a 1.5 guaranteed if promoted. Meet demand. Submit. Okay, so we might be getting him. He's going to consider it. Let's have a look at Jackson Rose. His fastball's not as good. Bullpen, morale good. 28. He's pretty average. Let's have a conversation. What's he want? I want a minor league with that. Yeah, meet demand. 1 million's fine. And then we'll look for another one that's a little bit thing. I'm looking at these signabilities and scouting stuff. So a 23-year-old, what are you like? Ooh, 70. So there's still some potential there. Good control. He's more of a utility. He doesn't have a real fastball. He's got good movement. He has a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. His projected role is bullpen. Yeah, we need to improve the bullpen anyway. Let's see what he wants. I'm pleased to learn I'm looking for a minor league contract. Yeah, we'll meet your demand. A 0 deal. Okay. Right. Okay. Right, so trading time. So Ross, it's this one, isn't it? So we're going to look at trades. So 16 million on Freeland. I'm going to look at moving him on. So we're looking at someone that's rebuilding. We'll look at the Nationals. They've got a lot of space, so we'll look at someone that hasn't got as much. You haven't got as much, so we're looking at main level players. We're not as brilliant. Your contract's like Bedina 5.9. Where's our closer? Bird. Right, you've got that. You played 66 games and won 3 of them. I'm not going to touch him. Improve our catcher. Brian Fairs. Kinfer Farley. Got a designated hitter on their team, okay. Trio's got good defense. Right, we'll go to one that's got space. And we'll look at moving on 24 mil. So I'm wanting, so look here, they're after a shortstop. So if we move on Tovar and we look at Olsen, something like that. Tovar for Olsen. We regret it. We'd regret it if we accepted this deal. I like a joke, Sims and who else. Alright. So if we bring in Baez won't help. It's 25 mil. 8-year deal, 3.8. Let's have a look at your contract. Team optional, so it only goes up to 13. Can you play anywhere else? Starting, just plays first base. Right. So, not quite then. So, centre fielder, 2.5. 34-year-old with 2 years on the deal. Maya with 10. So if we have you got one that is reasonable potential? Ryan Crayler, 2.5. Jason Young, closer. Dylan Smith. Let's see. Nothing would make that work. Right. So our bullpen is extraordinarily bad. That's our main thing we need to improve. So I'll move Cradler out. Nothing will make that work. Okay. We'll change that then. So Nationals, they don't have, what have we got in the isotopes? That is potential. Main thing is getting a bullpen. We've got some 3-star potential here, 2.5-star here. That's our first baseman. So Wapers, we'll look at moving on Bryant, and we eat a contract. So something like a 7 million, 10 million arbitration. We'll take 2 first basemen. Nothing will make that work. They're not going to eat that contract. We'll retain 40% of that deal. 50%. Nothing. Okay. No, we can't eat that contract. Right. Okay. So this is the bit about this game. It's all about wheeling and dealing. Right. So let's focus on the shortstop and go from there. So we'll start at the top. Looking for a team that is struggling. Right, we've got a yellow here. Braves. So Tovar. Do you want Tovar? We need a bullpen. So I would like Lee. I think long and hard if I were you. Right, we'll need to, if I get Pierce on a 2-year deal as well, that might help. Give me Nick Allen as a replacement. And we'll do some minor league dealing. You've got some old people in AAA, their development will sift them. You haven't got much in terms of stuff. Looking at ability here. You're a maybe. Let's plug you in. And McCabe. You want my good youngster. You want Doyle. You on my main list. You are. No, neither of them will work. So I have serious doubts about this deal. Our available money will increase, their money will drop. So if we get Tovar, we'll get a good starting pitcher, bullpen, and then we'll get a potential bullpenner, and we'll get some utility players in there. Nick can fulfill the gap in there. So I'm going to submit that. And anyone on the block? Right, ignore that. Let's shop a few players and see if we can eat a few things now. Right. So, active roster, contracts. So, Bryant, prospect package, shop now. Single. No. Multi. No. Right. We can, we're looking at, can we do multi, allow AI to include additional players from your team. Right, go for it. Still nothing. So Brian, I have to eat their contract basically. So I need a option here. So I've got an aging lineup here. Brian. No. Right, look at our potential and look at what we can grab. Dollander. Oh, we can't use the shop. Okay, right. No thanks. Right, so we just need to... I didn't mean to do that. Okay, right. New goals. We've already read that one. Let's delete that. A projection, not a good deal, close. However, if you add the following players, let's respond, discuss. So they would like that first baseman. So let's put him in, but then I'd need... Right, where's he gone? No, it's not him. Right. Conlon is in single A. A plus. You want Conlon. I'll give you him. But I'm going to need a few of your prospects then. I'll need Brown. That's going to give us another star we can bring in straight away into the bullpen. The main thing is to get that developed. Yeah. That's what I need. Fans are not happy that it's notably... There we are. So we've got a better bullpen now. Right. Let's make a change. So, lineups and depth charts. Let's get the AI to do it at the moment. Go organization. Yep. Right. Terms of updates. We have... Our bullpen is not quite there. They've put Dylan Lee there now instead of Jake Bird. Let's have a look at the pitching unit. So it's got Brown in there straight away as our main one. That was the youth prospect that we just traded in for, and then we've got a few more that'll come in that'll hopefully be able to adjust. Yeah. So we're in about Jake Bird's suddenly in the middle of the lineup. So right, let's keep this going. 6 messages. Thanks for the offer. Thanks for the offer. Ben is in. Romario is in. Rose is in. Good. Okay. So let's get them in. Look at the adjusted pitching. So you see it's adjusted again now. So we've got Romario in as the 3 transfer that we just brought in. Brown is now second. Feltner, German Marquez, and Freeland is our last one. We've got a few that I want to move on really, but I can't move him on because I've got to eat his contract for a bit. You've got 3-year deal, so I think I'm gonna have to move you on anyway and just take a hit. Yeah, right. Let's look at shopping the player around. You will retain 65% of his deal. Any offers? They want to give me Baez from Detroit, who's a shortstop, 3-year deal. Let's have a look at his contract. He's quite good. He's got good defense. It might be worth me bringing him in, but I can't eat a contract from there. Right. Buyers for Threeland. I'm going to manually do it. Trade options, trade for player. And I'll give you Threeland. But I want you to retain 20% of that salary. 30% of the salary. And make up. Okay, so you don't want him to come. Okay, right. We'll get rid of that then. Buyers will eat his contract for 3 years, even though he's more. We're going to retain 20%. No. 50%. No. 40. So we'll keep 6 million a season of that. Make this work. You need an older Hilliard. What are you on? How much? 1 million now. Miller, AAA, 2-star. Your defense isn't great. Right, Miller. We'll not do this. An overpaid veteran. Yes. Our money would drop by 15 million. Increase that. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. Okay. Right. Make sure our depth charts are up to date. Right. Baez comes into the team, 2.5-star. And where are we looking at now? Baez is 28th. That's fine. Hilliard, yeah. So our bullpen is okay. So we're just going to keep going a little bit. So we're still in the preseason here. Wheeling and dealing as normal. Right. Talent profile. I need to... Right. Can I scout him? He is on... Create a new shortlist. Potential. Okay. And... set a development focus. Oh, is it in our international complex anyway? Review the scouting budget. That's fine. New personal message. It's a mandatory goal to stay respectful on the field. Yeah. Few prospects here. Right. Saw elbow for 3 months. So we try for one of these. Schultz. Trade. Make this work now. No one. We've only got 6 million available to us now. Because we're eating a contract. Okay. We're gonna forward to our first game. Make sure we're all set up. Right, strategy wise, I'm just gonna let Redmond make the option for now. We're gonna do some altering off camera later on. Right. So that has been the first half an hour. We are up to our first game. You'll see that next time. All right. This series has begun. We're wheeling and dealing. West to first continues next time. Bye.